You guys remember when Miss Moore was talking to you last time about solids, liquids, and gases. So today, from my kitchen, you guys are going to be learning about liquids and all the different types of liquids that there are and how they relate to the properties of matter. The first thing that we're going to go over is what a liquid is. So the definition of a liquid is a state of matter that is common in the world around us. The most common liquid is water. Liquid is matter that takes the shape of its container and flows freely. So for example, I have a cup of water here, and it's taking the shape of the cup. So it's staying inside the cup, and it's forming to the shape of the cup. Another example that I have of a liquid would be milk or juice, or I even have over here honey. Honey would be a form of a liquid too, because you can squeeze it out and it takes the shape of its container or the plate or whatever you're putting it on. So you guys filled out in your T-chart the other day solids, liquids, and gases. So I know I saw some of you write milk, some of you write juice. So there's lots of different liquids. So you guys did a good job with that. All right, let's move these. I am going to show you, this is something that Miss Moore showed you guys yesterday. So this is another example of a liquid. So the ocean right here, or lakes, or any type of body of water is definitely considered a liquid. So there's lots of water around us. And this milk right here, honey right here, and then I think this little girl's drinking some juice as well. So there's some examples of some liquids. This picture right here is lava. So this might be an example that you probably won't think of every day, lava, but that is considered liquid because it's in a liquid form and it's taking the shape right here of the volcano coming out. All right. So today I figured I would do a fun experiment with you guys. Easter is coming up this weekend, so I had the idea to color some Easter eggs with you guys. So coloring Easter eggs is pretty easy, but the key ingredient for coloring Easter eggs is water. So I thought that that fit right in with our properties of matter, talking about liquids. So we're going to follow the instructions that are here on the side of the container. I already have boiled my eggs. So I did that ahead of time because I knew it would take a little bit of time. So they are ready to go. So let's read the first step. The first step says put 1 tablet in a cup. So the package came with these little tablets, and this is going to be the colors that the eggs turn out to be. So I think I'm going to do this blue color first. Okay, came with this handy cup. So we're just going to put the tablet right in the cup. That was the first step. So we're going step by step. The next step says add vinegar to the first fill line and let the tablet dissolve. Okay, so I have my vinegar here. Vinegar is also a form of a liquid, and this is going to help us with coloring our Easter egg. So you guys are going to watch me here and try to make sure I get the right amount. There's a little tiny line. You probably can't see it, but it's there. And then you can see that the tablet of the food coloring is already starting to take and fizz. I don't know if you can see the inside. It's fizzing. It does take a little bit to dissolve, so I'm going to talk a little bit while this dissolves, and then we're going to come back and follow the rest of the steps for coloring the Easter egg. So another key thing to realize about liquids is that liquids can change forms. So liquids, when they're frozen, liquids can be frozen, so we're going to talk about that first. And I had an example pop up in my head that might be relatable to you guys. You can probably hear my dog. Is a popsicle. So a popsicle in here, let's see if I can open it, is liquid in its frozen state. So as this liquid in its frozen state, though, the freezer pop, as it dissolves, it's going to turn back into a liquid. And Piper wants that. No. So it's going to turn back into a liquid as it melts. So if you're standing outside and you're having your popsicle on a hot sunny day, it's going to melt really quick. And all the blue and the red and the white is going to fall down onto your hand. So it's important to know that liquids can go back to different forms. So it can be frozen and then it can go back to a liquid. Different forms for sure. All right. So another way that water can be turned actually into a gas is when condensation forms on a cup. So it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but I have ice in here, which is the frozen form of water. And it's been sitting in this glass a while, so there's condensation. My hand is all wet from touching the side of the cup. So the condensation is coming off and creating a gas. So there's lots of different ways that water and liquid can be changed from one state to another. So here's an example. This shows in a picture, more what the ice cube looks like when it's melting on the side of the cup. So, like I said, condensation right there. It's a big word. All right. So, let's check up on our blue. Our tablet is almost dissolved, so I think it's ready for the water. So, the next step on the instructions is to add room temperature water to second fill line. So room temperature means that it's not hot and it's not cold. It's somewhere in the middle. So my room temperature water is right here in this cup. So I'm going to fill it to the second fill line. And the cat's coming now. Okay, it's on my second fill line. Let's get the cat out of the way. So now we have blue water. It's going to be ready for our egg. So let's see. It says bend the egg dipper and dip. So it came with this little tool. I'm going to put my egg in the tool, and then I'm going to dip it in to the water. Okay, and then pull it out. Okay. Right, and now let's see if we followed all the instructions. So it says the more time you keep it in the water, the deeper the color. The suggested time to keep it in is 5 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 5 minutes, and then the egg will be done. So I have an egg that I actually already started just so you guys could see the finished product without having to wait for the 5 minutes. And there it is. I have a pink Easter egg. So the water actually looks orange, but the tablet that I put in was pink and the egg is pink. So the liquid is still in a liquid state. It didn't change forms. It stayed in a liquid, but the color dyed onto the egg from the food coloring tablet. All right. So I have one more thing that I wanted to show you guys now that my egg dyeing is done. And this is just a picture of a shower. So this is a shower head. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the shower head, when you turn on the hot water, it creates the liquid coming out, obviously, the liquid of the water. And as the water steams up and it's hot water coming out, it turns into a gas, and it's called vaporization. So the steam that's rising out of a shower or from a pot when you're cooking is vaporization, and that's actually water in a gas state. It's turning into a gas. All right, and I don't know how I get back to my video. I think I am all done. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video and seeing all of my animals in the show. And I'll have a follow-up activity for you guys that Miss Moore will attach to the Seesaw app so that you guys can finish the activity. Have a good night, guys. Happy Easter.